Alright everyone, I'm Ryers, and welcome back to Shadow of the Erdtree. Let's keep going. But before we keep going with the boss, there's a few things that I want to mention and try out. First off, I went back and checked the previous episode's footage for the message that I almost skipped past. And it said, somewhere a great rune has broken, and so too has a powerful charm. So that got me thinking, was that Miquella's great rune that was broken? And if so, why and how? Do we experience in real time when Miquella ascended to godhood? Or did someone else break the rune? I don't know. But I'm hoping we'll find out in the future. But another thing is, if Miquella abandoned their love, which became Saint Trina, well, what's left of Miquella at this point? Because if their love is gone, I'm kind of terrified to meet what's left of Miquella at this point. So, I don't know if we'll actually come across that later on, but only one way to find out. But before we continue on, there's one more thing. I'm curious about how much the dragon transformation actually makes a difference in damage reduction. Because right now we have 54, 56, 43. 56 is from the talisman. I'm gonna take off these defense talismans here, just so I can get a baseline of stats. So 43 across the board with the dragon. Now, if I do this, that will get rid of my dragon armor and put us down to 39. Interesting. So from 43 to 39 is not that much of a difference in terms of damage negation between being unarmored and the dragon form. So if you go back to our armor here, and our defense is 52. So quite a big jump from the 43 we had before. If we put back on the Great Shield and the Spelldrake, that brings us back up to 61. This might be the way to go here, because I'm still medium load. I can still do my dodging even if the distance isn't quite as much. And we have a bit more defense. Now, I don't know if the Spelldrake Talisman's helping us out much, but I suppose it can't really hurt to keep it on. So, with our old armor back on, let's try and take on this Putrescent Knight, I believe it was, and see if that makes any difference at all. Alright. Yeah, Putrescent Knight. Okay. I think, feel the difference between the damage. It still does a lot, but I definitely would have taken more there. And I just need to get good dodges in for avoiding those delayed attacks. Yep, block that, dodge that, or block that too, that works. Attack. I missed. The range on this weapon is not great. Yeah, and I don't want to trade hits with that amount of damage. Heal up again. this armor is definitely helping a lot. He's doing that. Ow. I seem to not die here. Now I can heal. Okay. Yeah, the range is just not quite enough to hit with this thing. Yeah, don't do attacks there. And here we go with this. Mistiming my jumps. But that seems to be the way to do it. Yeah, I need to jump backwards for that. Okay, I can block all of his attacks. So it seems only the Ghost Flame... Ow. Is actually magic damage. Right, and that's the quick hit. Okay. Roll through. Block, roll through. And do a jumping attack. I missed. Alright, I need to jump. Still got hit. I'm gonna heal up. I'm low on heals, but God. Alright, I need to jump here. Here. And here. Nice. Let me get my buff off. Oop. That was a bad time to get the buff off. Block. Dodge. Or block. Block, dodge, heal. I'm better at reading the timings of the attacks, though. Alright, doing that again. Dump. Jump. Jump. Okay. Of course, I didn't get any use of the buff there. We're gonna do it there. That's good damage. Alright, back it up. Jump. Nice. Spin. Block. Dodge. Block. Dodge. Get in. Big damage. Don't greed. Hit. Nice. There we go. I just needed a fresh take of this fight. I got 200. I forgot to use the foul foot, but that's fine. We got 220 runes, 220,000 runes, and the remembrance of putrescence, and the grace over there. And it looks like I wonder if we can continue going through where they came from. Also, look at all these velvet lilies. I'll call them. Okay. Alright, calm down. I'm still shaking a bit from all that. Okay. Remembrance of Putrescence. All tainted flesh eventually becomes putrescence, and this clump of it imbibed Saint Trina's nectar, which granted it eternal rest. And so it was that putrescence became her knight. Okay, so all tainted flesh eventually becomes putrescence, and this clump of it imbibed the nectar, which granted it eternal rest. What does that mean exactly? Because that didn't look like that boss was asleep. Well, I'm glad I was able to not get hit by all those delayed attacks. And there is a way to keep going. Alright. And we had one heal left, yeah. Alright. Where are we? The Garden of Deep Purple. We need about 11,000 more runes to level up. Might as well pop some of those. One of these. Alright, level up. Let's get a dexterity to 45. Then after that, I'm not sure what we'll level. But that's a problem for future me. Okay. So yeah, this area is pretty big in terms of, I guess, XY dimensions, but it was also giant in the Z dimension. So, yeah. Let's keep going and see what's in here. Is this Saint Trina? Got a bunch of nectar blood burgeons. I can talk. Look at that face. What? Wow. Look at that. The hair mixed with the flower petals. That is an amazing design. Wow. So yeah, this must be Saint Trina then. The mouth is moving, but it's not talking. Not yet. Let me, St. Trina's Disciples Cookbook 3. Lulling Branch. A record of crafting techniques left by a disciple who pursued the teaching of the Saint of Sleep, yet what seemed a gentle sleep at first ripened it into velvet. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following lulling branch. Alright, so what is that then? Slowly builds up sleep while gradually restoring FP. Interesting. A tree branch blessed with a velvety purple incantation. Pierce oneself, causing a gentle buildup of sleep. FP gradually recovers during this time. When the sleep reaches the threshold of causing temporary fogginess, no FP loss is incurred. In the midst of drowsiness, there is the will to awaken, feelings that rise from the depths of one's heart. Interesting. So the only downside to this is that when it fills, you just get immobilized for a few seconds. Huh. That seems pretty useful if you need FP in a pinch. Alright, let me collect all the nectar blood burgeons here before talking and imbibing the nectar. Let me also look at Thiollier's concoction. A condensed somniferous elixir purported to be capable of putting even an ancient dragon to sleep. Thiollier thought of St. Trina's sleep when he created this, But the ebony sleep he concocted had not the sweetness of nectar, nor the gentleness of rest's embrace. So this is like a more concentrated, altered form of St. Trina's nectar, then. So if that kills us, what will this do? I guess only one way to find out. Let's imbibe the nectar. And I'm gone. Oh. Well, it's a good thing I didn't have many runes to lose. Okay, we're just back here. And our runes are placed outside here. Can I do it again? I can. Okay, so now that I know that I can get more of the concoction, what happens if I use it here? That looked a lot more painful than that slumber. It just puts me back here. Okay. So there's obviously something that I am missing here, which I don't believe I have come across yet. I can still imbibe the nectar, yeah. Well, let me do it again just to be sure that it still does the same thing. Also, this place is a non-attacking area. Alright, let's imbibe the nectar again. Is the nectar, like... I'm gonna come back here again after I die. And get a good close-up. Yeah, so that just does something that I don't have access to doing yet, I believe. Alright, so if I get real close, pull out the telescope. Yeah, that purple right there, that must be the nectar. God, that's a gorgeous design. Wow. Okay, so that is a dead end for now. I'm gonna go back to Thiollier and buy another concoction. So we have, yep, St. Trina confirmed. That is St. Trina. I should probably go talk to NPCs again now that they've actually met St. Trina. Starting with you.
Oh, are you not affected? Even with the spell broken, I'm feeling rather lost. Haunted by memories of St. Trina. Her visage, her sen, the lure of velvety sleep. Would kindly Mikola chasten me for falling for St. Trina, while knowing that she was the discarded half? The problem is, I simply cannot help it. I would sacrifice everything just to gaze upon her one last time.
Well, I don't know if that dialogue was triggered by us using the concoction or by imbibing the nectar, but either way, that was a big info dump based on stuff that we already knew, at least. I think I will tell him, but I will buy another concoction first. I will also buy anything else that I would want. I don't think I need anything else. Yeah, okay, I'll just buy another concoction. I might actually buy a couple of them. So is this the first St. Trina Disciple book we found? No. Eternal Sleep Pots, Eternal Sleep Crease, and then the Lulling Branch. Okay. Okay. Actually, I can only hold one at a time, though, can't I?
I'm feeling rather lost. Haunted by memories of St. Trina.
The memories of St. Trina, though. I wonder if Thiollier and probably all the others met Miquella before Miquella discarded parts of themselves. So when they say kindly Miquella, I don't think Miquella's all that kind anymore, now that the love has been abandoned. But I suppose let's tell them about St. Trina's whereabouts.
Are you certain of this?
Mm-hmm.
Is this all a plot to make a mockery of me?
Nope, it's the truth.
Oh heavens, what am I saying? Forgive me. You deserve my deepest gratitude. I will make the journey to the southern coast, as you say, to venture into the depths of the fissure. I will make the journey to the southern...
Okay, I can still purchase things. I forgot to purchase it beforehand. Okay, I can buy two. I'll buy two.
Just give me the word if you need any more.
Okay, that's still the same one. So let's rest. And will he be gone? Yes. Okay. So now let's go back down there.
Trina. Oh, Trina. What velvety ambrosia is this? Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice. Oh. Hello. Thank you. It was all just as you said. To think, without your guidance, I wouldn't have seen St. Trina again. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison. Soon, I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long.
Okay, do I still have the option? I do.
Oh, I almost forgot. You mustn't follow my example. St. Trina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me. And only me.
Yeah, I have tried it.
I am gone. Adrift in sleep. So that I may hear St. Trina's lost voice. Let me be. I won't be long. I am gone so that I may... Let me be.
Okay. So do we rest again? And then we'll find that Thiollier is now in eternal sleep.
I am gone so that I... Let me be.
He says it must be me and only me, so I'm not gonna imbibe the nectar right now. I'll follow Thiolier's wishes. I don't know if that'll mess anything up or not. So I will let Thiollier be. a part of me is still thinking... they're both down here. A part of me is still thinking that I should defy that just to see what happens, but... I don't know. I don't know if that would actually...
I am gone so that I may let me be. I won't be long.
Says he won't be long. Do I try it? Sorry, Thiollier, in advance if this does anything to harm your prospects, but I'm hoping it'll just do the same thing it always has. Yes, pour right into my eyes. And fall asleep. Okay. Still a safe space. Thiollier is still here.
I am gone so
Okay.
that I may let me be.
I'm glad that didn't actually mess anything up. It was just giving me a warning not to drink it. And that's a fair warning. It did kill me, so... Alright, well, let me go back and talk to the other NPCs around. Because they might be curious to know that I discovered St. Trina. Discovered part of Miquella. I doubt he'll have anything to say.
Oh, there you are. Good. If you happen to see Lady Leda, tell her that I'm striking out on my own. Don't worry. I've no mind to cross any of you. The guidance of kind Miquella remains etched into my very flesh. It's only... there's something that I must know.
What do you tend to look into?
Holy Miquella spoke of the vow he once made with General Radahn, and it is here the vow shall be honored. I am a Redmane. I must know the nature of the vow.
Okay.
I'll be out on my own for some time. There's something I must know.
What if you become our enemy?
There is no need for concern. I will be true to my word. Though I do feel a hint of regret. Lady Leda and Honorable Ansbach are of a special breed. How glorious it would have been had we met in battle as sworn enemies. I'll be out on my own. There's something I must...
Okay. So I'm guessing the trigger for this change was the Great Rune breaking, and not us actually finding St. Trina. Because the Great Rune breaking is actually a pretty important event, I feel like. So Freya's going on her own to investigate the vow made to General Radahn. Do you have anything new to say?
Kindly Miquella has
Discarded his Great Rune, okay.
The fog that vexed my aging faculties has been lifted, and follies better left forgotten haunt me once again. Once, in an attempt to free Lord Moog from his enchantment, I challenged tender Miquella, only to have my own heart rather artfully stolen. I knew not how weak I was. I believed that with sufficient mastery, even an Empyrean would be within reach of my blade. I could not have been more mistaken. Miquella the Kind is a monster, pure and radiant. He wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying.
Okay.
Righteous tarnished. Miquella the Kind makes my blood run cold. I am loath to admit it, but even at this very instant I wish to run very far away indeed.
So it's not just me that's kind of terrified about what remains of Miquella then.
Just tarnished. I am.
Okay. So yeah, they discarded the Great Rune. I wonder why.
I don't feel it. It's broken. Kind Miquella's light is gone. But I stand tall. Together, we work. Together. For Miquella the Kind.
Okay, you're still doing your
I
thing.
don't know what to do. Our mother abandoned her brood. She did not love us. We are her children. What should we do? Must we be sad forever?
Mother abandoned us, the Forager brood. Should we be sad forever or put it behind you? Honestly, put it behind you. There's more to life than just that.
Maybe that's kindly Miquella's love. Love for all the unloved. Love to banish the pain.
All it's about love. There is no love anymore.
I like finding things for you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the Forager brood. Things bring joy to all.
Okay. Do you still have the same stuff? I believe so. Okay.
Goodbye.
We sound so sad. Stay strong, buddy. Okay, let's talk to Leda then. And the horn scent, potentially. I'm sure Leda will be curious to know or to hear what happened. She's looking right at this cross. Abandon the heart, yeah. And now that I know what I know, that might not mean the physical heart.
Oh, hello. Did you feel it? Miquella the Kind's enchantment appears to have broken. But while my devotion to kindly Miquella remains unchanged, by my troth I am not so sure about the others. No, wait. Perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. I can wield my sword to cull the undeserving, those unfit to bask in tender Miquella's presence. I should have thought of this earlier. Right. It's time to begin ferreting out those of us who don't deserve to be at kindly Miquella's side.
Ooh. I don't want to do that yet. I mean, obviously Thiollier doesn't deserve it. I'm not going to tell her that, though. Because I kind of don't trust Miquella either.
Intriguing.
What about you?
What remains there to be said? Do you presume us allies even now? Though Miquella's spell is newly broken, I must profess, the spell mattered little. Uphold his covenant, Miquella shall, and in godhood redeem our rueful clan. Then Marika and vilest Erdtree both will at last be from divinity wrenched. And surely, contented I will be.
So he's hoping that America will be freed.
But first, clear resounds the call of vengeance. The Impaler, Mesmer, must pay his due. In vengeance for the flames. My blade I wield. How could I allow myself to forget? Revenge alone assures me peace of mind. Think not to hinder me upon my path, lest you too
wish to face the reckoning.
Okay, I'm down for going after Mesmer. At the moment, at least.
Think not to hinder, lest you...
I don't know if Mesmer will actually turn out to be the good guy in all this, but...
Right. Those of us who don't
Yeah, you're still very loyal to Mikola, which, I'm just gonna... just pretend I don't know anything. Because I kind of like Thiollier. Let me go back down there. Also, I wonder if that option would be there. If... Ooh.
Why won't you share your voice with me? Grant me more of your poison, that I might drift further into sleep. Perhaps then you'll grace me with your voice.
Was that the same dialogue as before?
Please, leave me alone.
No.
Please.
Okay, I will leave you alone. Let me double check on this again. It's still just imbibe nectar, okay. I'm not gonna sell you out, Thiollier. Okay, so what's next for us then? I guess we continue up on this path after we were so interrupted by the Great Rune being discarded. So yeah. I really love how the storytelling is done in this expansion. Like you really have to dig into the item descriptions to get the full breadth of it. But even back in the Stone Coffin, there is environmental storytelling with all this sleep everywhere. The enemies had sleep on them. Oh, jeez. What was that? Sounded like a noise trap that lured all those wolves. Also, there's a beetle over there. Environmental storytelling with the with all the putrescents and the enemies that had sleep on the weapons, and then that led to the spirit that was mentioning that Mikola abandoned something that they shouldn't have, and then we found the cross with the love that was abandoned, which led all the way down to Saint Trina. Just the slow reveal of all of that as we went down and down further into that area. It just felt so satisfying. Alright, I need to get my great bow back on, I think. It's probably put me under heavy load, yeah. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna use the weapon art. Nice. Ashvor, Raging Beast. Keen. Raging Beast. Step with the swiftness of a beast. Leap high and slash foe from above. Initial step can be taken forward, backward, left, or right. Strong attack allows for a follow-up attack usable on beast claws. Okay. So, is that the same skill that's on the beast claw? No, that's savage claws. Okay. So is this the only beast claw type weapon? Or are there more? I don't know. But okay. So we got lots of wolves. We are... Okay, so we're just going up along this pathway. Lots of wolves. Not very tough, though. Take your bones. Yep, hello. Okay. Let's get back on torrent. Okay, so that's a lower path. I can probably make that jump, but I don't see why I would. You're tougher. It's very dark here. What time is it? Early day, okay. Alright, let me get off torrent. And let me not die, actually. I just looked at my health. Okay. Let's get some trickle healing up. And we got a flashback too, which is fine, I suppose. Even though we didn't kill all these guys. Okay, these ones are tougher. Maybe that guard counter just wasn't full powered. That did 900 before. Yeah, like that. Something. Yeah, I guess this was the spot where the trap was triggered. Alright. Some messages here. Probably just like amazing view. Time for mountain. Yeah. That way, yep, that is facing not towards the jagged peak. It's hard to see with this fog anyway. There's another wolf. I'm sorry. Okay, so the sun's coming up, the fog is disappearing. Okay, so it's just facing towards that. I've already been there. Yeah, so far, the major moments of this DLC have been absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I still don't have much lore regarding Bellarat and the Dancing Lion, but I'm hoping we'll find more out once we can actually enter the Shadow Tower. But the whole Bale story with Egon and the Dragon Communion and all that was amazing. The whole Saint Trina thing was amazing. I wonder how much more is there? Because we have most of the map. I assume we're only missing 2 down there and up here. But we still have all of this section to explore. And how much more is vertical? There's layers to this map. Alright, wolves. I did 901 for some reason. But okay, let's heal up. What does this say? Ah, dog. Yes. Jumping right ahead. No thanks. Now, one thing about the messaging system that's been in since the very beginning is that, well, whether you rate it good or poor, it still raises the appraisals number. So let's see if I do it poor. If I disparage message, it goes up to 333. So yeah, you can't tell if a message is good or bad, only the number of times it has been interacted with. And I believe if you write the message and someone praises it, no matter good or bad, you still get the little bit of a heal. So that can encourage you to make... Those aren't wolves, those are boars. To make messages that will intentionally make people, you know, downvote the message. That's another furnace call. Maybe I should try taking these guys on. Okay, there's a sealed spirit spring. Okay, run. I don't think... Okay, I don't know what the trick is with these guys. They do a lot of explosions. Can't tell if I'm doing any damage. Does it even have a health bar? I certainly have a health bar. Ow. Get me out. Yes, resummon. Yeah, I don't think... it does have a health bar. But it is incredibly tiny. The amount of damage I've been doing to it. If any. I didn't see any damage numbers. I don't see a health bar. Yeah. There's a trick to those which I'm not understanding. And that is very aggressive. Jeez. Alright, get me out of here. Those chase you. Those definitely chase you. Oh yeah. There's even more wolves. They're still coming? Wow. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about the wolves, really. Yeah, they're still coming. How they disappear after a while? Yes. Yes? Yes, okay. So, there's a building up there, which looks like another rise. And a grace, okay. I will gladly take the grace. Which one is this? Church District High Road. Alright. So yeah, there's the rise. And is this the church, maybe? Church, a church district? Alright, well, let's see about getting into this rise here. Let's see if there's any trick to it, or if it's just open. It looks like it's just open. Rabbath's rise. Okay. Glint slab of fireflies. Okay. Yeah, those are those ones. We found near Manus Metyr. We still don't know where that is. I'm guessing we won't just have a memory stone at the top of this, though. It's a fancy looking little coffer. Yeah, I had a feeling. Ah, okay. So that's where that is. I'm guessing it's the one back, back over here, or something. Maybe that lets us get up top to this. Okay. Yeah, I saw one as I passed by the furnace golem. Okay. So we don't have a way up, so I guess we need to spirit spring the way up then. So let's go investigate where that may have been. So that is that cliff. Gotcha, that's way up high. There's the golem. More wolves. Okay, there's a spirit spring. That's probably the one that was opened with that then. Which means there's another one back by the furnace golem. Okay, so I need to go up there. This is a taller tower than I remember them being. Yeah, there's even more up top. Huh. So the elevator doesn't go here then. Okay. Rabbath's cannon. Okay. It's a ballista. A type of jar cannon used of firing great bolts. Master's spell machinist, Rabbath. The power of the glintstones that encircle the barrel imbues bolts with magic damage and guides shots towards their targets. Interesting. So it shoots homing bolts. It's got kick. Okay. But how do we get further up? How close are we to the cliff? Pretty close, I'd say. Maybe we can get to it from the top of that cliff then. Okay, so this is the elevator that goes down, I assume. Yeah. Alright, let me get outside and take a look at the positioning of that cliff in regards to the tower. So I was looking at it from the outside. It looked like there was a bit of a ledge at the top. I mean, get a bit of distance here. Yeah, that definitely is what we're supposed to do. That ledge drops off or right onto that ledge up there. Okay. So, what next? I should probably keep exploring down this little section down here. Because there might be more besides just wolves. A lot of wolves. But there might not be. And that's fine too. Yeah, we definitely have to jump from the top. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna try and find that spirit spring back close to the golem down here. So I was too distracted by it to try to actually look for the thing. Is it over here? Yeah, there it is. And it looks like it's just open already. Does it take us all the way up or just to this cliff here? Ignore me. Just to this cliff. Okay, interesting. Why? What's the point? I don't know the point of that. Let me get out of combat so I can look at the map. Of course, I'm gonna get into combat with all the wolves now. Hey. Yep, okay. I need to get back to it. It was the bird that made the noise. Interesting. Okay. Weird. Okay, we didn't come through that hole before. So that spirit spring just brings us up to that. But why? Hello. Unless that's the trick to actually defeating these things. Is you have to like ow, 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 ow. Like land inside the top of this thing. Nope, that's not what you do. Maybe you have to hit it from the top or something, but I will come back later for that. That was a hell of a jump you just did. Okay. That didn't look intentional. Oh yeah, that cliff is just the right height for that golem. You still attacking me? You are. Yeah, let's get back to the Grace here. See a passageway in there. Passageway to the northwest. Okay, so there's a way into this cliff face. Does this actually mean anything? Let me go check that out. I doubt it does. There's multiple of them around, but... Alright, then I'll go here and then here. So there's a split path. There's more gravestones over here. Marionettes. A lot of wolves. Wow. I think one was a sheep over there, but... So this is the look down point of that, whatever that is. Okay. That castle of a fort thing down there. Which I assume we get to from somewhere else. It does look very worn down. There's also another furnace golem down there. I can see it's like tendrils. It's not on fire though. I wonder if that's just a draw distance thing, or if it's actually dead. But let's keep going on here. There's some magic marionettes. Okay, those are just normal wolves, yeah. A larval tier, alright. I wonder why those are here. Try night. Nope. It is night. So I wonder if those only appear at night, maybe? Alright, let me take care of you guys. Okay, they don't bleed, but they don't need to bleed. They die all the same. I like you can see the wood splinters instead of the blood splatter when you hit them. I don't think we're climbing up that waterfall. That's definitely like a hard edge. But maybe this poison area might let us down. That poison area being across there, so probably not. That's still a bit of a drop. Okay, let's check around the back side, I suppose. More shadow sunflowers. So that's like the main building up there. Wolves. Even more wolves. A bigger wolf, more wolves. There has to be a reason for this many wolves here in this area. I hear a beetle as well. Over here in the cave. Let me put my lantern on because it's very dark in here. Aha, okay. You. Ash of War, Carrion Sovereignty. Is that the one that Rolana uses on us? The great sword with the overhead and then the swipe across? Skip on for the current royal family, transfer blade into magical greatsword and bring it down. Additional input follows up with a horizontal sweep. Yep. That's cool. It's probably not as big as the one Rolana did. But considering it's an Ash of War, it doesn't require any intelligence to use. So all these fireflies. Okay, what section am I looking at down there? That's Bonnie Village, okay. And then that is more ruins, okay. We're definitely making some progress across this land. I still want to get up to those forested towers up there. Which is going to be somewhere in this uncovered area, or covered area. But that won't be until we get across that bridge, I'm assuming. And I wonder if that all leads back to the Shadow Tower over there. Well, there's not much of a connection. It's close by, though. We might be able to get a good vantage point on things. Yep, more wolves. I wonder if the wolves are just here because of the connection with the Carians and the moon. Because Renala does summon wolves in her boss fight. Something died. I don't know if that actually has a connection there or not. But I mean, in real life, wolves howl at the moon, so... Yeah, more marionettes. I don't think we're going to do anything with you guys. Ow, 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 ow. Yep, that used me for trying to take you out on horseback. Ow, okay. These guys are not playing around. Yeah. So yeah, they're just here to try and keep you from going past, I suppose. Alright, let me get back up there. It teaches me to respect the, oh, that's a tree. To respect the enemies. Just goes to show that even if they are easy to kill, they can still get you. Ow. I like the greenery here. That was just the combat music. Okay. This is quite the church. And there's a grace and a no torrent zone. Cathedral of Manus, Metyr. Okay. Well, that explains where that is. This is a pathway. Kind of, it just goes around, okay. Got more of these. Or it doesn't go around, actually. It just goes into a separate chamber. There is more to it past that door. Okay. This is just the Cathedral of Manus Metyr. Yep, fair enough. Alright, so what do we have in here then? We have an open prompt. Can I get a good angle at this? Okay, there's a person on a throne. Can't tell if they're alive or not. It's creepy looking though. But for now, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.